All right. Ugh. This is my long overdue life update. And it has to be a quick one because in about 2.5 hours, I'm leaving for Thailand with my girlfriend. The last video I did on my channel, I was in my nice, cute, humble abode in London. And I left that bitch. I stored all my shit. We stored all our shit. And we decided to live out a backpack for the next few months. So this is home, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to actually just make a video, a very raw, authentic, fuck you video about the reasons why I did so. Because I feel like a lot of us see this on social media, or we see like a family or friend make a massive change and we're like, wow, good on them. That's something that I would want to do. That would solve so many of my problems. But nah, I have too much shit. I have too much responsibilities in my current version of myself, the current life that I have, that I can't make that big leap. And we make up all of those excuses. So this video, the aim of this video is to not only just share my reasonings as to why I'm making this big change, and if it resonates, maybe you should, do that too. But this video isn't about Thailand or moving to Thailand. It's about making a massive change that may seem scary at first, but is the right decision for the next version of yourself that you're trying to achieve. You don't have to be trapped, bro. You don't have to be trapped by your own mind anymore. Anyway, the first reason why I chose to do this was because in 2021, I had a massive spiritual awakening, a psychedelic-induced spiritual awakening. Might have took just a little bit too much acid one time and realized that this whole society is fucking fake. It's a lie. It's designed to keep you in an anxious vibration in order to look externally for all the answers to your problems. And when I realized that, I was like, oh shit, I gotta fucking go. I gotta leave. And that's exactly what I did, because before that, I knew it. I had this internal knowing, and I feel like we all have this internal knowing when a place isn't serving us or the best that it could be. But we just choose to not listen to that voice. And I think what that spiritual awakening did for me was made me realize, oh damn, I'm living in this lie and I'm choosing to participate in it. And I don't want to do that anymore because I have a version of myself that is calling me to kind of embody it. And and I'm not a big God guy in terms of like Christianity and all of that, but God is whispering in my ear to create this vision of everything that I want to be, and it's attached to all of these beautiful emotions of, accomplishment and elation and peace and joy. And I kept choosing to stay small. And in that one instance, I said to myself, no more. You are going to do what you want to do because you're free in this life. And I moved to St. Lucia with my girlfriend for 3 to 6 months. And it was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. And since then, I've been living in this beautiful movie with the universe where I have a desire that I want to realize, and the universe will conspire and talk to me to make it happen. And I can tell a million stories about synchronicities, but let's just not even get into that. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, right, you moved to St. Lucia, happy ending, right? No, I chose to come back. And that's the thing. That's what happens, isn't it? You choose to make the jump, and then you have all of these voices of fear and things that are trying to pull you back into your old ways, into your old life. And for me, it was a very wholesome fear. I miss my fucking family, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my family. I'm a massive family man. I'm so grateful to have a family that is very deeply rooted in love and rooted in, a closeness that not a lot of people can understand. And so because of that, I was like, I want to see my little cousins grow up. I want to be there for my family when, my nan just died at the time, September 2022. It was the same month that the Queen died, the Queen of England died. And it just kind of felt like a time where we all needed to be together, because if not, we would start making some dumb decisions in life, like dumb decisions made by the low vibration that we were in. So I decided, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay. Let me get an apartment. I got an apartment in London, and that genuinely was like a dream come true. That was like, I manifested a version of myself that I've been wanting to get to, that I put on a pedestal for years, since probably like 15 years old, to live independently in my own city, it felt like, to be fair, it never felt like how I wanted it to feel or how I thought it would feel in my head. It never did. As soon as I stepped in that apartment, I realized, wow, all of this inner work I've done over the past year, 2 years, to free my mind and find my true self and dissolve this fear of failure that was holding me back for so long, I've re-downloaded into my system, and it's slowly seeping back in. And it felt like at the time, like, in a sense, I know it sounds so sad, but I was slipping back into the grips of the Matrix, bro. And the whole reason why I kind of wanted to move back into London and do all of that was because I felt like the Matrix isn't out there. It's in here, it's in the mind. And all of my limiting beliefs, the habits, the things that are holding me back are all to do with me. It's not to do with my external environment. Fucking dummy, dumbass bitch. Sorry. The reason I'm going on like this is because those 2 years taught me that it doesn't matter how much you cultivate your inner world. If you live in a city that you have these financial obligations that exceed £4,000-5,000 and you're just starting out, you can't live at the impact side of the impact income cycle, if that makes sense, because you need to create impact to create an income. But if you're always thinking about income, you can't create an impact. It's like the cause and effect cycle, the law of the universe. But on the real, like, I feel like it's an obligation for somebody who's on this path of freeing their mind and finding their true self and being spiritually aligned to find your energetic home. If London or your city or the place that you were born doesn't fit your vibe, your internal vibe, you gotta find your home, G. This is the second reason why I'm doing this, because I'm living in a land that I'm biologically unsuited to. You see this melanin. You see what I need. I need to be charged by the powers of 9 ether every fucking day. I need to be powered by the sun every day. This is genuinely how I thrive. When it's gloomy like this, I'm gloomy, and I don't like that. Every fucking year I got horrible seasonal depression, and yes, I can't lie, my supplements helped. I took Shilajit, vitamin D3 and K2. I took my goddamn Kaizen Shrooms, and the Maitake in there. That was Royal Sun. It was great. Don't get me wrong. I learned a lot how to cultivate my inner world in order to counteract the effects of living in a place that is hell-bent on taking your soul piece by piece through consumerism and through, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, politics was another reason. And I'm not really big on the news. I don't watch it at all. But when I realized that, you know, Labour and Conservatives are two butt cheeks to the same shithole of the World Economic Forum, you know, the same organization that told you you will own nothing and be happy. Yes, it doesn't matter who, like this fucking show, this performance that's happening here, where on the news they tell you, oh yeah, the Conservative people said this and the Labour people said this and blah 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 blah. It's the same fucking thing, and you want the same thing. You're just going about it in different ways. Like, the deception in that, I don't rock with, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm a free being. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a content creator. I'm a coach. I want to make a lot of money in these next few years. And I want to be in a place that isn't rooting for my demise. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I want to live in a place that doesn't treat people as commodities and people as people. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to go somewhere where I don't step out my house and I'm paying all of this council tax, but yet there's bins everywhere. I want to step out my house and not just be greeted by all of these grumpy faces on the street and people who genuinely look so miserable in their lives. I want to go somewhere where people are happy. Not even just happy. That's a fucking shit word. Fuck happy. But people feel purposeful, man. Genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, right, so I just went on this ramble of all of the reasons why I chose to make this big change. But the video isn't really about like if you should move to Thailand or not, or why I'm moving to Thailand. It's deeper than that. Like, if you resonated with all of those reasons, then cool. Come join me, mate. But if not, and it's something else, and you want to make a big change in your life, it's something like this, but you're kind of scared to do it, or you're giving yourself all of these reasons why it might not be the right decision. Like I have a boy who might want to move to Barcelona to be a DJ, but he's still in this phase of just, you know, battling with the million thoughts in his head that's telling him not to. I just want you to shut all of those voices of negativity and fear up, because they're illusions and they're lies, and they will keep you in the same version. They're byproducts of the current version of yourself who is attached to itself. It's the ego. It's attached to, your mind is identified with all of these things that are not you. And if you want something else that will truly give you happiness, peace, joy, that you think will give you happiness, peace, joy, go for it. Go for it. I want you to do what I just did. Write down all the pros, all the cons of this big change. It doesn't matter if it's clear in your head. I want you to write it physically down. Because when you write it physically down, it's so much easier to make a clear decision. Because you see for yourself, you're like, raw, I'm doing this and there's literally no pros to it. Or like one, maybe two pros to it. But there's a fat list of cons, or vice versa. So yeah, man. I want you to see this as episode 1 of Kaizen's Diaries. Like, I've made other episodes of my podcast, my Break the Matrix podcast. I've made some beautiful videos on the chakra system and all of this, but I don't feel like my energy was aligned in the way that I wanted it to be in those videos. I was still very creatively blocked. Don't get me wrong, those videos are bangers and they have so much gems and value. But all of the love that I was putting into those videos, I wasn't giving to myself. I was giving purely to you. These videos, these raw, authentic, true diary entry style videos are meant to serve those who are on the path of finding who they were before the world told them who to be. The people who genuinely, one sec, I'm bare cold, I need to get my fleece. The people who are on their mission of freeing their mind and finding their true self in order to live a life that is a work of art. To live a life that's truly yours. To live a life that's truly free, you know? And on that note of freedom, something that I realized when I actually started the process of packing up my apartment and leaving, the amount of freedom that you feel when you get rid of all of your things, you realize, wow, this whole time I thought I was owning these products, these things, these pieces of furniture, these appliances. I thought I owned them, but they owned me just as much. The constant anxiety and feeling of I'm accountable and responsible for all of this stuff is genuinely paralyzing. Like, the reason why I say that is because as soon as I looked at my empty house and I saw everything back to where it was, in a sense, I just felt this sense of relief wash over me. I was just like, I'm not responsible for all this shit anymore. The only thing I'm responsible for is this. That's it. And that goes to show everything. Literally, when it comes to even my audience size, I sometimes feel as though, you know, it gets too much. I feel like I'm responsible for entertaining all of these people and educating all of these people and blah, blah, blah. So don't be scared to take a chance on yourself, because more time when you lose things, you gain more of yourself back. It's very counterintuitive, but I hope that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Mine comes first. Your friend is over. What?
No, my mind's very right, because this is what he does all the time.
Steps no further, no. No talk for a while.
Really? to really
course.
experience, really have fun, have so much fun. Yeah? Love you so much. Okay?
I love you too.
Yeah, Janae, how long does it take to get to Thailand?
11.5 hours.
I've done the same thing as him. I'm from London as well.
Yeah.
But I moved up about 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
What, did you move up with the missus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, don't get me wrong, I love London. I love London. I love the craziness, the wildness. But you've got to have small doses.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually
For me, in
doses.
and out.
Yeah.
You know.
Straight
you
away.
can't fully appreciate it when you're there all the time as well.
Exactly.
It just gets so,
Lose yourself in it, man.